Hi, I'm Liz from Caravan Guard Insurance. Touring in a caravan or motorhome is a fantastic way to enjoy a holiday with a furry companion. Many UK campsites are pet friendly and they offer facilities to make their holiday just as enjoyable as ours. But what can we do to make sure our pets are both safe and stress-free when touring? In this video we bring you some tips for taking dogs on holiday and even cats too. So first of all, let's discuss travelling with dogs. It is now law in the UK that dogs and other travelling animals are suitably restrained in either the towing vehicle or the motorhome. Specially designed short leads clip into a seatbelt on one end and onto a dog harness at the other. They're inexpensive and widely available from pet stores. When travelling with a dog, make sure you travel with a water bowl, some water and stop frequently. It's probably best to stop every 2.5 hours at a designated services to allow your dog to stretch their legs and have a comfort break too. Older dogs might need more frequent comfort breaks. Once you arrive on site and during the setting up of your caravan or motorhome, it's a good time to get the dog lead set up too. A long non-extendable lead can be looped around the jockey wheel or through an alloy wheel on a caravan, or dog lead attachment points such as metal spikes can be inserted into the ground. Whichever attachment point you use, make sure you allow your dog to have some freedom to move around your unit, but not too far to become a nuisance to other pitchers and site users. When on site, there are just a few rules of etiquette that are no different to keeping a dog at home. Try to keep barking to a minimum, make sure you always clean up any mess and try to encourage your dog to go in a designated dog exercise area. These areas allow you to take the dog off the lead too, as keeping a dog on a lead throughout the rest of the campsite will be necessary. A top tip for feeding your dog, especially if the dog eats dry food, is to create separate meal bags using sandwich bags to hold each meal, or measure out meal portions into a container so you only need to take the exact amount of food for your dog and save on weight. Prepare these before you head off and store them away in your leisure vehicle. Also, don't forget to take their bed from home and a few favourite toys and blankets that will have a familiar scent on them, as well as towels for those wet walks or a swim in the sea, and not forgetting the all-essential poo bags. Taking your pet on holiday means you can spend lots of time together, and it really is advised not to leave a dog unattended in your caravan or motorhome for long periods of time. There will be times that you'll need to leave them behind, however, either when going to the shops, using the on-site facilities, or for other short-term periods. In these instances, use some common sense. If it's a warm day, don't leave dogs alone. A caravan or motorhome will become quite hot, even on a mild day with skylights open and window blinds closed. Also, if your dog gets easily distressed, keeping a dog alone in a leisure vehicle with unfamiliar surroundings and smells can cause a dog to bark and become quite anxious. If you do need to leave your dog for a short time, then close the blinds, put the radio on and make sure they have a bowl of water and are settled. Useful accessories for holidaying with dogs include pup tents, dog beds, and some come with detachable canopy shades which are useful at the beach or park to give your dog some shade on hot sunny days. There are plenty of collapsible water bowls which you can either clip onto a bag or carry with you to fill up with water on days out so your dog stays hydrated. Poop bag holders are also useful in locations where doggy bins are not readily available. Don't forget to pack a tick removal tool too, and any medication that your dog may need whilst on holiday. Accessories for the touring vehicle include portable showers to clean down a muddy dog and very large microfiber towels to dry off a wet pup too. In summer months, cooling mats offer a dog a cool bed to lay down on and cool off. Finally, windbreaks can create an enclosed space for your dog to roam off lead. Unlike most dogs, cats can be easily scared and can often suffer from anxiety as they don't like change. And with that in mind, there are a few tips to make your cat feel at home in your caravan or motorhome. Now, caravanner Dan Trudgeon often takes their cat Smudge on holiday. He shares his tips for taking a cat away in a caravan or a motorhome.
Thanks, Liz. Now, the worst thing that cats will endure when touring is the journey. So getting them familiar and relaxed with the tow car or motorhome is the first step. Before we took Smudge on holiday, we began with sitting him in the car whilst on the driveway at home, allowing the cat to roam around free and sniff out the interior. At first he was a bit timid and he was a bit scared, but after a couple of hours he wandered around and was curious about his surroundings before eventually settling down to sleep on the passenger seat. The next step was to take him on short journeys and again make him feel as relaxed as possible. Now, after just 3 days from no interaction to being driven around the park and back, he was fine. He didn't go in the travel crates, which we usually reserve for when he visits the vet. Instead, he was tied into the seatbelt and he sat securely on our daughter's lap. Now, once the cat was happy in the car, the next obvious step was to bring him here in the caravan, and that meant a few hours in the caravan whilst we were sat in storage. We took items that he was familiar with, including a blanket that he loves to sleep on and a few toys that he enjoys around the house that have his scent already impregnated on them. After a couple of hours in the caravan, again he was quite at home, finding his spot and letting him do his thing. Now, here's some top tips when taking your cat on holiday in the caravan or motorhome. Once you're pitched up and you're settled, set up the kitty litter in the shower tray. We use non-clumping litter and we find it easy to clean up and it's odourless too. Before we set off, we pre-measure the dry food amounts so that they're suitable for each meal plan. In the caravan or motorhome, make use of all the fly screens on the doors and the windows. This will reduce the amount of sunlight coming into the caravan or motorhome, and it will also prevent potential escapes. Now, if you do have blown air heating on your caravan, consider using the vent mode. It moves air around the caravan or motorhome and it will keep the vehicle cool. The next top tip is to give the cat some space. Try not to smother them with too much affection to make sure they're all right. Let them do what they want to do, and obviously within reason, and just let them be quiet. They may just want to hide somewhere for the first couple of hours, certainly after a long journey, so just let them be. Finally, make sure their microchips are working well, the collar is attached and has a little identity tag, and consider using a harness with a lead to reduce the risk of any potential escapes. And whilst we're talking about escapes, yes, Smudge has escaped from our caravan before now. But because we did all the work and we put the work in familiarising him with our surroundings and he had his scent impregnated here in the caravan, he did come back just after a few hours. Helped, of course, with some food bribery.
Our top pick of cat accessories includes a harness that can be easily clipped on, some non-clumping kitty litter, doggy poop bags for easy and quick cleanup, collapsible and resealable food bowls, a comfy bed that can use a cooling mat, and a Fellaway plug-in odoriser to release a calming scent for the cat. If you want to take your dog, cat or even ferret to Europe, as well as making sure that you have a valid passport, healthcare and travel insurance, plus a UK sticker for your leisure and towing vehicle, there are a few steps to complete to make sure your pet can travel. Start by looking at the gov.uk website, which outlines the documents you'll need and any treatments or vaccinations for your pet. You'll need to check for any extra rules or requirements for the country you're travelling to. And also be aware that there are restrictions on the food that you can carry in and out of the EU. So it's best to plan ahead and find out where you'll be able to buy suitable pet food for your dog or cat when abroad. Similarly, it's also worth finding out where the nearest vets are to where you're staying in case of any issues when you're touring. We've only mentioned cats and dogs, but of course there's no limit to what pet you could take on your caravan or motorhome holidays if they can cope. We've seen pictures of rabbits, lizards and even a bird of prey, although taking the goldfish might be a bit of a stretch. Whether your pet is suitable for travelling is up to you to decide. You'll know your pet better than anyone. You'll understand what they need and how they behave in specific situations. It's also worth mentioning that caravan and motorhome insurance policies don't tend to cover loss or damage to your leisure vehicle caused by pets. That could be chewing, scratching, tearing or fouling of the caravan's furnishings. So more of a reason to make sure your pet is calm and has toys and chews for entertainment whilst in the van. If you want more advice from somebody qualified to know more about pet health, travel and holidays, speak to your local vet or even the RSPCA. We hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching, and for more hints and tips, why not head on over to the Caravan Guard website.